So I'll hit resume recording.
Dad's in charge.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. I want to be able to see faces. There we go. All right, so fast track to success, which is what we all want right now, right? No more freight trains running through our houses and our neighborhoods. We're going to take a fast track freight train to success, get ourselves back on track. I don't know about you guys, but I've been listening to a bunch of training calls and webinars, and I'm all inspired and motivated, and we're in it, man. We're going to do this, right? Okay, that's where you all at least nod your heads at me, okay? Okay, so exciting stuff. We're going to be coaching our hosts for bigger shows. This is something near and dear to my heart, considering I just taught on this. So I've been just like host coaching out the wazoo lately. Of course, it'd be great if I had some real shows to host coach, but that'll be coming in October, right? So, because bigger shows mean more leads, mean more money, mean more everything that we want, right, in our businesses. So, who got some new leads since last week? Yeah, I did. Really big lead named Irma. That was her name. She was really big. So if anybody has any successes to share, maybe since Friday, since I saw you guys on Friday, that would be cool. Does anybody have any fun things to share?
Yes, so this weekend I had 3 birthday parties to go to with my children. So I thought, well, since nothing else is happening in Florida, a birthday party, let me work my business while I was there. So I did. And today at school, I was handing out catalogs to all the parents who I talked to over the weekend. And they all are interested in ordering this month sometime. So that will be nice since this month is small.
Very good. Very good. What about you, Kayleen or Tammy? Anything?
I'd say I have another party going on. I just started my third virtual party for this month, and I booked another party for November. So I have 2 virtual parties on the calendar for October so far, and a cooking show and a virtual party for November, and I still have 1 cooking show for September still.
Fantastic.
Way to show me up, Kayleen. Jeez. I've got a virtual party that just started. Not sure what's going to happen with it because I've got a whole 8 people that have selected going, including me and the host. So we'll see what happens with that. I've got a live party that I finally got a chance to meet with her today. That's happening next week on Saturday. And then I've got 2 vendor events in October and 2 virtual parties in October.
Well, I wouldn't say that Kayleen showed you up. I think you're good. Because you know what, too, Tammy? Because a lot of that is like now. It's like happening now. Yes, there's some future stuff for October, but you have some really good stuff from now. Now you just got to take this host coaching we got going on here and apply it so that it can make now look really good in October, right?
Yep.
All right. So, and here's the other big thing. While we don't have as much going on, it's the best time to start tracking our contacts, okay? So a reminder that you don't want a bunch of little bitty slips of paper all over your house. Oh, yeah, look at there. Christy's got her tracker, little binder book. Yay. You don't want a bunch of little pieces of paper all over the place. That's chaos, and we've had enough chaos going on in our lives. It's time now to clean that up and let's get moving forward. So what works for Christy is that great little book. I have a very similar situation. Actually, I started filling in the little number charts that Nancy Joe had sent us from Yvette. I started by making lists down here, and then as I call these people or whatever I'm doing with them, I've been filling them into the box. So I printed out 2 sheets of 100. Oh, good. Look at you, too. Yay. Okay, show and tell, Tammy. Okay, maybe not, Tammy. But oh, look. See, we're learning. This is why we do this.
Awesome.
That's impressive. She's got some highlighting going on and everything, right? So we need to see how many you need to talk with to get the results you want, right? So okay, show off.
I'm glad you're on mute, Kayleen.
I'm going to turn her screen off. Not sure how to, but I'll figure it out. I just kidding, honey.
So Irma didn't hit me, and so I had a lot of parties the last 2 months.
Yeah, this is true. That's what you get for being out of the area. That doesn't count, does it, guys? No, it does, because that's what we want. We're very happy for you, Kayleen, and it makes us happy because someone's in the group's got to be doing so. Whoa, hello, someone in the group's. I can't help myself. I should turn the recording off. Anyway, someone in the group's got to be making some money for the group, right, Christy? We like it. But anyway, the idea is so that you can tell how many. Oh, I digress. Getting hot in here. How many you need to call to get what kind of results you need and things like that, right? Glad there are no men on this group. Okay, next slide. Who did 3-2-1 this week? Anybody do 3-2-1? Maybe not. Kayleen, maybe. 3 contacts a day, 2 shows a week, 1 recruit per month. Obviously, this is what we're going to continue to try to strive for. It's always our goal, and it may not always happen that way, which is why we want to try to schedule it that way. Oh, hey, honey. Hi. Oh, big face. There's the other one. Nights, huh? This is why we have mute buttons. All right, because if you don't go after what you want, you're never going to have it, right? And if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. And if you don't step forward, you'll always be in the same place. And nobody wants to be in the same place. That's like chaos, where you're going around and around and around in one place, right? So you always want to be moving forward. Okay? And successful consultants do the 3-2-1 successfully. It's something that Christy and I have been striving for since the day we started. Sometimes we're better at it than others, but it's always a reminder to go back to it, right? Let's see. Share one thing you learned from our homework. Was anybody able to do the homework? Maybe not, because those of us down here without power or without internet, it was really hard to do that. So if you have the time now, since your show schedule is a little bit lighter, we can go ahead and go back and review this homework, because it also might be that we just need to review it, okay? So listen to the Make It a Network. I think what I would do, because I didn't get to look at it either, but something helpful about networking is like Christy did, just while you're out and about, network with people. Be ready for business, have something with you at all times so that you can definitely network it and get their information back so that you can follow up with them, right? All right, do this immediately when you book a show. We're on the phone right now as we're booking our shows. Ask your host a little bit about that. You know, what did she love about the party tonight? Or what is she excited about it for? If these are phone calls we're making now or messages we're doing, what are you most excited about for doing your party? That kind of thing. What's at the top of your wish list? I always love to get what's on their wish list, because at this stage in my business, I like to build a menu around the product she wants. It won't do me any good to give them a menu. If she's looking for something like the indoor-outdoor grill, it won't do me any good to be doing, you know, zucchini linguine in the rock crock unless I'm putting it on that. You know what I'm saying? You got to try to pick a recipe or develop something around the products on her wish list, right? And here's something I think I'm going to start doing again. I've tried it a few times, is to get their guest list and send out invitations for them. I'm going to try that with my October parties. And so that might be something you want to try right now. If you only have a couple, give it a shot. I tell you, we were on a call with Nancy Joe earlier, actually yesterday, and she said her show average, which was already $1,000. Do you think she really needed to change her show average? It was already $1,000. It went up to $1,300. It went up an entire $300 when she started sending out her own invitations for people. So it may be something that we might want to try, because if it takes your show average from, say, $400 up to $700, holy mackerel, that's a lot of extra money in your wallet for the month, okay? And then multiply that by every show that you have. Huge, huge rewards. Now, the same thing when you have virtual parties, I would still ask who you can send out invitations to. Maybe you set up everything for them. Maybe you send out catalogs or mini catalogs to people. I still highly recommend you send some things out, even if you have a virtual party, okay? And remind them that a personal invitation is crucial. So you may want to give them some words, which we're going to go through in a little bit here, okay? And definitely want to find out the best way to contact them and when to follow up with them, okay? Even virtual parties, you really need to be on the phone with them at least once, okay? Even with the virtual, because that's just the best way to reach them. You know, I know everything else is going on virtually, but that way you know that they've heard it. You've heard the excitement in their voice. They've heard the excitement in your voice. And it just kind of sticks better that way. Okay. So here's some words that work. Karen, I am so excited about your party on October 7th. So tell me, what did you enjoy most about the party? Wait for a response. Great. What products are you most excited about getting? These are all some of the things that we just talked about, okay? Because you want to remind her that only about a third of the people that she invites will be able to come. So that's why she wants to reach out to 40 people. And with the virtual ones, like I was talking about at my workshop, is that, so we just like we want 40 people to invite to a live party, you want to invite actually 250 people to a virtual party, because your goal is to get at least 30 to click going, okay? Because those are the people that you want to be able to work with, because you know that a third of those are what's going to actually respond and do activities and things like that with you. So you're going to want to work that way for it, okay? It's actually quite common for your host to say, but I don't know 40 people. Everybody knows 40 people, because I don't think I know one person on Facebook that doesn't have at least 40 friends, right? Everybody knows at least 40 people. So you can help them brainstorm, keep them on track, you know. You may want to need to do this within the first 24-hour follow-up call. We always suggest that when you book a party, you call them within 24 hours and say, thank you so much, Christy, for scheduling a party with me. I cannot wait to come shower you with food and ideas and recipes, and we're going to fill your kitchen. So let's start working on that guest list now. You know, give her some ideas. And just like if you're a new consultant, if you remember the launch list, you might want to even give the idea of that same launch list to your host. You know, give them those same different breakdowns of who to do. It's going to get your host thinking about the people other than just her family and her closest friends, okay? So you also want to tell your host, it's not just who they know, but it's who their friends know that can make their party a success, right? I've even given a small gift when guests bring an adult friend to the show. I always kind of, you have to put an adult because they'll bring every child in the neighborhood if you just say bring a guest. So you want to definitely say adult. And I haven't found a neat way to say adult friend that orders. That sounds kind of selfish and self-centered, but man, if you come up with one, yeah.
So I just message my host and say, so this weekend I have a couple parties, and it's been such a slow week. I'm trying to get lots of people at these parties so I can have better sales. And I told her, I said, anybody that brings a friend, and then in these I put a buying guest.
Wow, you actually said a buying guest.
So I said friend first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said in parentheses, just for her, a buying guest, so that she would verbally know what I mean by bringing a friend. I don't want her to text that out to her friends, but I want her to know what I'm asking for. Because I keep running into, they bring their husband, they bring their children, and I'm like, I'm not giving out a free gift to somebody who brings their child. Like, it's not going to happen. Or their husband. That's an adult as well too. Or they bring their mom who is old and doesn't buy anything.
Exactly.
So I verbally try to tell my host that. I don't want her to tell her guests that necessarily, but I do tell that to my host.
Okay. And what's usually their response?
Okay.
Okay. Cool. And there's some neat ideas on here. Like there's some host scavenger hunts and some host tic-tac-toes that we're going to be going through. And I'll post these pictures up for you guys because I'm on your page too. So I'll post these pictures up for you all. Here's one of them. And you notice that the free is placed on the top line instead of in the center, because then it's you want some of these other things happening more than just giving that free away, because you know then it gives you more options. You know, it's harder to use that free. Here's another one. All kind of similar. I kind of like this idea of a host scavenger hunt, and some hosts will do this and other hosts won't. But I love this idea, and it's that. And these are the types of people she wants to have at her party. So these are ideas for her 40 guests. She can invite a preacher's wife. She can invite someone who's about to get married. She can invite a neighbor, someone who goes to the gym, you know, with healthy recipes. Someone who's been to New Orleans if you're doing Mardi Gras time, you know what I mean? Someone who loves breakfast food if you're doing a breakfast menu. Vacation destination, do a show while there. Loves stoneware. This is kind of a cool idea. I thought this was, and it's something different and unique, so that might be kind of fun. Yeah. And then here's some more words that work. First thing you might want to tell your guests is exactly what you just told me. Let them know what you enjoyed about the party and that they've got to see the manual food processor and the rock crock, you know, items that she'll want for free. Tell them what you love about those items, okay? And then you want to layer your invitations. Here we go. Have them invite in different ways. Some people answer their phones, but many do not if they do not recognize a number coming through, which is me, right? Some people prefer text or Facebook messages. And how much fun is it to receive regular snail mail than it is junk mail or bills? So tell the host they need to invite guests in multiple ways. Like we were talking about on Nancy Joe call yesterday and sending mini catalogs with the invitation in like a regular number 10 envelope, and you can stamp something cute on there, you know, whatever, handwrite something, can't wait to see you, fun mail, something rather like that. You know, and if they don't, let me see here. It's not just, so tell hosts they need to invite guests in multiple ways. Call them first. Have the host call them first. And if they don't answer, leave a fun message and then text or email the message that you left them a voicemail message just to follow up. A lot of hosts set up a Facebook event, but if this is the only way to invite guests, it's almost the kiss of death for your show, honestly. I don't know about you guys, but I bet I have 10 invitations a day. One day, recently, I went through to see how many events I had that I was invited to. I can't keep up with them. It's far too many. And if that's us, then you know that's what these guests are going to be like too. So the host needs to make sure she talks about that and doesn't make that her only way. It's imperative that they also text or message guests to tell them to check their events, like we were just talking about. And many people don't receive notifications about events they've been invited to. Okay, so they got to know that they're there and know to look for them. For mailed invitations, you may use postcard invitations that come in the starter kit. I love sending out the current mini catalog. Place a third sheet invitation that you can get right off of Consultant's Corner on brightly colored paper that gives them the details about the show as well as the link to order. And even on the virtual parties, put a little sticker or something with the link to the show party on that mini catalog so that they can still log into it. And then if you ever use something like Red Stamp, you know, that's another way you can do it. You can set up a pretty and fun invitation for your host, like save the date, and then they can email, text, or post that on Facebook. So doing all these things sets you and your host up for the best possible outcome for your show, right? Let's see. Here's some examples of some Red Stamp invitations. I like Red Stamp because you can either make it as basic as you want like this, or you could pick the ones with picture options. You guys ever use Facebook or Red Stamp? No, it's an app that you can either do on the computer or on any device, Android or Apple products. You can do it on either one of them, but it's really kind of fun because like the graphic comes, you just add the information, the personalized information on there. Okay.
I really like Canva too.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It was before Canva came out, I think. You could do some of those. It's kind of fun because I like being able to upload the pictures and it's just there, the graphics there. So for the most part, I'll like make the first one and then I'll just edit the information for each show that I'm doing, and then I've got a bunch of them saved. You do that in Canva too? Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're the Canva queen. I'm gonna make you a Canva queen crown.
And you can upload, like, you can bring in your images from Pampered Chef. So I like make my invitation and it's got a header from the Pampered Chef photos, and then it's got all the information for the invitation, and I just change that.
Right. Perfect. Same idea.
Yep.
So here you go. We talked about getting the guest list from someone, and you can even make it an incentive. Some people say, you know, if you get me your guest list within a certain amount of time, then you'll do something extra. Because if they have 40 guests, a lot of people, and I think it's in here somewhere, talk about how they will bring a dessert. Like they'll make a lava cake. If they have 15 guests in attendance, they'll make a lava cake. You can make it 10. You can make it 12. Like I say, if your average show attendance has been 5, if you say if they get 10, then you'll do blah, blah, blah. So you might want to try that too. Food motivates people. Go figure. That's why we're in this business, right? Some different guest list formats, names on labels. They can just, some people put it in a host packet. They just put a blank, 30 thing in there, the address labels. Fill in the blank electronic list that you can get from Consultants Corner. They can add it to their host dashboard. There's something called Margo. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it. Margo.me, where you can put in all the addresses there, and it will send out the postcard invitation. It will send reminders, and it will even make Facebook posts for you. So doesn't matter how you get it, just get it, right? So tell your host why you need the list. If you tell her this, she might be more apt to actually send you the list. Tell her that she'll have better attendance, which means she'll have better orders and more guests, outside orders. And then the people who have $1,000 shows are the ones who get the guest list. So if she really wants to get, everything on her wish list for free, this is why it's important to have her work with a wish list, then this is the way to do it, okay, to get you that wish list for you, okay. Personal thanks for booking. You want to give her a phone call or a personal note the next day. I had someone make me some cute little stamped cards to send to my hosts as thank yous, and I've got some little gift tags on there too for little thank you gifts. You can do Happy Mail, whatever like that. So, we're going to have so much fun at your party. Thank you for selecting Thursday, September 28th at 6:30. And just you can send a text, you can send a call, you can send a little card, but just send the thank you. Okie dokie. Let's see, where am I at? Reminder to send the guest list. Remember that the most important thing for you to do right now is to create your guest list. And that's the first thing you really have to have them work on, okay? It's just help her understand why it's so important. We know that mailing out invitations results in a better show and including more people. So it's just great to refresh their memory, okay? Oh, little baby. Keep your host's eye on the goal. I know that once you start calling to personally invite your guests and they hear how excited you are about your party, you'll have great attendance. Our goal is to have at least 15 guests, which means you need to reach out to at least 40 people. I know I sound like I'm a repetitive machine here right now, but I hope you're getting the message that 40 guests is important. Okay, so you guys got to do this. You can offer an extra incentive. This is where we talked about people do a lava cake, with some fresh whipped cream and some ice cream I see back there. So these are good things to do. Okay. And don't forget to offer the opportunity to, all right? Because you always want to offer the opportunity to every host, cooking and virtual. And here are some words that work. I know that I mentioned this last night at the party that I met you at, but I have to say you've been on my mind. I think those are perfect words for any situation. You have been on my mind. Doesn't everybody want to hear that? I think it'd be wonderful as a consultant with a Pampered Chef, and it would be terrific to have you as part of our team. I'd love to get together with you for a cup of coffee and tell you a little bit about our business. I know you'll love what you hear. What do you think? Don't forget to mention it to them. And as I talked about in my workshop, I like to put in every host packet the Kit credit coupon that gives them an opportunity, to talk about that with them, because everybody loves coupons, right? Okay. Effective host coaching with cooking shows. Here are some additional tips for host coaching with cooking shows. Kayleen, do you do live parties too?
No, but I have 2 of them coming up.
I thought I heard you say you had 2 in October, right?
I have one September 30th and one November 18th.
That's exciting. I can't wait to hear how the September 30th goes. Yay! Well, then apply all this stuff we're teaching tonight. Timing is perfect for that. Right? That's exciting. Wow, look, you're going to be hooked. I'm just going to say, you're going to be hooked. All right.
Well, I have done one before, and it was like a $800 party. I didn't do anything. I just showed up.
That's why we like them so much. I think you work a lot harder for a virtual party than you do a live party, but that's just, So tell them the importance of getting outside orders from those who can't attend. That's one of the big things I like to do. You could give them an incentive for if they have $200 in orders when you arrive, you'll give them X. I don't know. Could be an old product that you have. Could be something if you did surprise boxes over the summer at conference, you can give them something out of a surprise box, that kind of a thing. Have hosts tell the guest to bring an adult friend who was not invited. We've already kind of talked about that. You can offer a small gift like a season's best. And ask the host to invite people who may who might be needing extra money. And this is one thing for those of us in this hurricane zone, as I recall from before, people are putting out money, okay? They had to put out money for all the hurricane prep stuff and buying generators and buying chainsaws and things like that. And then they had to put out money to replace the food that they lost in their refrigerators. And then they're having to put out money for maybe some insurance deductibles. So what I have remembered from the past with the other hurricanes is that they're going to be needing money. Okay, so you definitely want to offer the opportunity to every host, and you definitely want to have her invite people that she thinks maybe can't afford to buy anything, but maybe needs a night out with friends and might just need a little extra money, you know, and that's a nice way to bring them in there. That several people have signed by things like that. Okay, effective host coaching with virtual parties. Like we talked a little bit, our big goal for that one is to actually have 30 people say they're going. And that means 15 to 20 will actually interact on the event. So that will help lead to more outside orders. And I don't know, maybe Kayleen has a tip since you're a virtual queen. I don't know, Tammy, you do a lot of virtual parties, and so does Sydney. Things that you find that helps get your host to invite friends or guests to invite other friends. And sometimes I'll do things like tag 10 people today, you know, tag 10 day, you know, Wednesday is tag 10 day or whatever. Tag 10 people that you know that like ice cream. I don't know, something like that. So that you get more people coming in and interacting on the party. Do you guys have other ideas for that?
So I actually have a letter that I send in all my host coaching that I did, and it's a host checklist. And so like when they first get this, the first thing they have to do is post on their wall a save the date, saying basically they have a party coming up, just save the date, watch for the invitation type thing. And then when I create their event, I let them know, and then they have a thing that they have to do on the first day, because I do a 3-day pre-party. The first day they have to create a welcome message, which I give them what to post on here. But the first day they do a welcome message. The second day they are to message 10 people that have seen their invitation but didn't respond. And then the third day they are to message 10 people that have not seen the invitation.
Ooh, I like that.
And then during the party, because I do a 3-day party, on day 1 they take a picture or go live to show what they're cooking for dinner. On day 2 they take a picture or go live of a product that they need to replace, so something that's broken or that looks bad in their kitchen. And then the third day they take a picture or go live stating an item that they want most on their wish list. And then
can you post that in our group?
And then the last day, the day that the party closed, so like that's the third day of the party. And then the day after the party is when all their orders are due by midnight. They are to message every guest that clicked going to tell them that the party is closing, that their orders are due by midnight.
Wow, that's awesome. I like
So
that.
that's what I send all of them.
Do you remind them during the party to do their tasks and send them again?
I do. I don't send them to them. I just, in the morning, I say, don't forget to go to your host checklist and see what you're to do today, type thing. And I couldn't figure out how to make a box in front of each one of these. So before I send this, I draw a little box for them to put a check mark in. But yeah.
So let me ask you this. How many hosts do you find actually follow that?
Probably about half.
That's
Since
actually
I started
decent.
doing this, I started this in August, and I've only had one party where it didn't do anything. Like, she had only 3 people going, that only clicked going. And I think it was a issue with her not understanding, because she kept posting to her personal page. And she posted 19 times to her personal page begging people to buy. And I kept telling her, stop posting to your personal page. And she didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem with the one that I have going on right now. I have the 3 things that you put down for your pre-party is what I have, but I send them each day, and she's got 5 people going to the party. And it's like, at this point, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to show up.
Because when they do it, people will start click going. Literally, if they message people start click going. You can know when they do it. You can see the mass people that start clicking going when they message people.
Yeah. And you know what I would do in those situations too, with the ones that just aren't responding or doing what they're supposed to do, is then I would say then pass out some catalogs and collect paper orders.
Well, I do. So I updated my host packet. So I send 2 catalogs, and in the catalog is the guest special for the month. And then I send 2 paper order forms, the host special, my letter, the brochure for becoming a consultant, the Kit Credit coupon, and now I also send 5 mini catalogs.
Perfect.
With their sticker on them that says order, to order from such and such party, visit this website. And then their task, one of their other tasks before the party starts, is to hand out their 5 catalogs before their party starts.
Perfect.
They'll have Facebook.
Very good. Now, do any of you all do like host with the most groups, meaning create a group for all your virtual hosts?
I did that once, and I didn't like it. I don't like keeping track of points. I hate doing the point thing.
I know.
Absolutely hate it. Absolutely despise it. I do a door prize drawing in my group or in my event, and all they have to do is click going to be entered into the drawing. That's my only giveaway I do.
Okay.
That's
cool.
it.
Cool. Well, this is just about encouraging her to invite friends, some more tic-tac-toes. You can give, and I've done this at different times throughout my career, where I've done different tic-tac-toes. This one's kind of fun. Notice the center box is chat with me about Pampered Chef business opportunity. That's when you really want to, they kind of have to talk to you. When it's put there, they almost have to talk to you, So that's pretty cool. And black out, give them an extra $25 in free. That's a fun one to do. You can do something rather like this, a 1-hour booking special, say starting at 9 a.m. for the next hour. Schedule a party with me in the next 60 days and get the ceramic egg cooker free, or you could Canva any freebie you want to give out. It might be one of the new mini bundt pans, or their new mini pie pan, or something like that, something cute and fun. I could see that with the cool vintage colors and that on that for the fall. Or could be the new cookie cutters with Halloween coming up, the new Halloween cookie cutters. That could be something fun that we could do. I like that idea. And then these are just some more posts that she suggests that you could put in if you do a host with a Mo's group, the job of a host, be enthusiastic, or you could put these in your host packets, but they're great posts. And I'll post pictures of all these so you can see them up close and have time to look them over. But they're just some pretty graphics. Here's a great one. 30 or more, click going. Gives them extra amount of free. That's kind of a neat idea. Or just an idea of what happens. If you have 10 to 15 going, you're going to get approximately $20 to $35 in free. If you have, because that you're only going to get a couple orders if you have this many. So that's pretty neat. Based on averages, not guaranteed. Host tip of the day, encourage each of your friends to book a party during your party. You get 50% off any one item at their show. They earn free products and a win for both of you. So these are some different host tip of the day. Just some different posts, right? Because we are senior director bound. Of course, we'd eventually like to get to executive, but we've got to step into the senior director spot first, right? And the way to do that is just to each of us to have more parties and be able to have more hosts, which gives us more opportunity for people to join our team, right? And get up there. Because the more people that are out there using our Pampered Chef products, the better we all are. This week's call to action, practice what you'll say to every host. Right? Make 24-hour call with every single host. That means 24 hours within booking the party with them. 15 contacts a week outside of our parties, and we can follow up on the homework from last time. Listen to that call again, as well as this one. Here, make it impactful with Laura Antikal and Diana Feller. They have some great tips in there. or you can always watch my my host coaching workshop. I think, Tammy, were you in my class? I thought I saw you there. I don't think I saw Kayleen, but you can always watch that too for host coaching ideas. So keep your eye on the goal, guys, and then we've got it all under control, and we'll be doing it. We've got this, okay? I'm going to stop sharing, and we can talk, because there we go. I can see everybody's faces there. And you guys can unmute. This is where we can talk. We can ask questions. I will tell you that on the call with Nancy Joe yesterday, and her director call that Chris and I now rolled up to, she had a worksheet on there, and it says design your perfect month. And what this is, and it's for September through December, what your perfect month looks like, because mine and Christy's may look different than Sydney's right now, or it may look different than Tammy's or Kayleen. It's up to you guys what your month is going to look like, how many workshops you want. Workshop meaning it can be a Deep Cover Baker workshop. It could be a breakfast workshop. It could be a freezer meal workshop. It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be any of the products that it could be a salad in a jar. It could be Spiralizer. It could be any of those different things. How many workshops you want to hold? How many parties you want to hold? How many virtual shows? Parties meaning live parties, virtual parties, catalog shows, and then fundraisers, okay? So maybe your goal is to hold one of each of those things. If right now you're only doing 2 things total. If your goal is to bump it up to one of each of those, it gives you some different specific people to work towards reaching out to, okay? And then you can write those down for each of these months is what these are. And then you can say how many you've already scheduled and how many you need. And then the second page is about determining how much you will earn, right? In your perfect month, how much would you earn? How many shows, what the party averages, your commission rate, and commission earned, okay? It's all about the math and doing the numbers. So you can add in any bonuses you want, whether it's commissionable sales with a percentage bonus. So like the $1,250 bonus, the $2,500 bonus, the $4,000 bonus. She keeps waving that baby in my face, I'm telling you. Talk about a distraction. Don't you hate it when babies show up at your party? You're like, oh, well, there it goes. Unless I hold that baby like a papoose on me the whole party, no one gonna look at me. But anyway, Dare to Dream, and I will attach this. I've downloaded it. I will attach it in the group for everybody to look at. There's lots of things that we can do to try to bring ourselves back out for this. So other than, you know, Kayleen, you don't count too much on this because you weren't in our Florida zone, but that's okay. You matter, baby. You can still apply all these tactics. You just better be rocking it up there. Huh?
When the blizzards come, don't worry. When the blizzards come and I can't leave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. But see, people probably don't freak out up there like they did down here. You know what I mean? Your grocery stores aren't, like, wiping out of stuff on your shelves. People, see, I think people stay in and eat and drink and cook. When you got a bush, you got nothing. Yeah, right? You got nothing to do but down it and in it.
We can go driving. Let's go.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Crazy. All right. Questions, comments? Yay. All right, sister.
I want to get my hands on that sheet.
What's that?
I want that sheet. That sheet sounds awesome. The one that
I'll do it right now. Right now. I worked with a Vietnamese guy, and every time he spoke, he said, we're doing right now. Okay? We'll go right now. I'll post it for you. Plan your walk, walk your plan, Bobby. That's how we do this. Okay.
I'm glad you're still recording.
Oh, yeah, I am still recording, aren't I? Oops. Turn that thing off. You'd never know I'm absolutely exhausted right now. I get a little punchy and I get tired.
Thank you. Yes, you do. Thank you, Bobby Lynn.
Always. All right. Next call is in 2 weeks. Not quite sure what we're going to be talking about, but I will by then. Oh, after host coaching, it's got to be something like prospecting or, I don't know. No, I think it's about your show. Sales techniques at your show, maybe. I don't know. Tracking. I'll figure it out. Till then, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Get me out of here, right? End meeting.